Hey gang, welcome back to our 21st Shining Hunting episode. Man, we're really getting up there with these. And today's episode is our most expensive one yet. We are doing all brand new cards, which we've never had before, except for episode 1, obviously. And so in order to get all these new cards, at least to their 4th split and higher, it took 39 splits, which is 59,475 credits.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
And not only are they all new cards, but they're all very recent cards. I believe Cannonball is going to be the oldest one in the list. So definitely taking advantage of that fast upgrade system. And now that we've got the custom card system that's in the game, figured it was time to start branching out and splitting more and more cards that I haven't touched. So that's enough talk. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We're actually doing 15 splits today. Now, unfortunately, even though this is the most expensive video we've done, we've only got one card that can get a God split, and it's going to be the War Machine. Everything else is either on its 4th or 5th split. That's right, 39 splits. I had to get them from not being split at all to at least their 4th split. So that's why it's so expensive. So let's go ahead and get started with the White Widow. So for White Widow, we are going to be splitting her twice. This first one on the base will only be able to get an ink, and then the art germ possibly an ink or a gold. Let's see if we go ahead and get lucky here. Well, that's pretty lucky. 4th split ink, right? Well, and the cool thing is we can put it on the art germ. So moving on to the art germ, now we can get an ink or a gold. Would be pretty crazy luck if we got the gold here, but it's happened before. It's happened before. Let's see if it happens now. Well, it's not a gold, but it's ink and ink. Well, I don't have to worry about the custom card putting it on the art germ because I've got my own. Well, there you go. That's not too shabby, starting off 2 for 2. Now moving on, we've got the Valentina. We are only going to be splitting her once, and this is the 4th. So can we go 3 inks for 3? I doubt it, but here we go. All right, not happening there. We are 2 for 3. Now, moving on, one of the newest cards this season is Sage. Been playing a lot, really enjoying her. And I don't have the right one in here, apparently. There we go. Got too many splits going on. Let's see what we can do here. This is only for an ink. Don't hate me because you ain't me, but we're pretty on fire here. A lot of these 4th only splits getting the ink. Can't complain. I like this a lot. Now moving on, we are going to be doing 2 splits of Red Guardian. This is the 4th right here on the base. All right, and then we do have, the Luchador, Wrestling, Inker of Gold here. Been playing a ton of Red Guardian as well. Let's see what happens. All right, Red Guardian doing nothing for us. Now Nocturne, we can only do 1 split. I've only got 1 variant. So again, I'm messing up which card has the split on it. There we go. Only an ink here. All right, nothing happening. Now Blink, we've got 2 splits ready to go. This is for the ink on the base card. I can't believe it. I mean, I know I only got 1 card, the War Machine, that we have a chance at God split for, but I did not think this was going to go that well. I thought we were really going to just get nothing. That's our 4th ink already, with very low odds of, getting it. Okay. Now let's move on to the later season pass card. I think the better variant's always later in the season. Picked it up today. Let's see if we get the gold. All right, no gold. So we are an ink only episode so far. Now we do have the Cannonball. Now let's start with the base first. We got to start with the base variant, then we'll move on to the Benjamin one. So this is only for ink. So this is split 4. This is not pre-recorded. Okay. Where's the other one? I'm kind of speechless. I'm kind of speechless. If we got gold here, I'd be super happy. A lot of cannonball being played. Okay. We making we've got the inks happening, just not the gold. That's fine though. Now War Machine, we're gonna be splitting 4 times. So the first 2 will be ink and then ink or gold, and then we'll have 2 shots at a god split. With the way our luck's been, it might happen. So we're starting off with the Dan hip variant. This is for ink. Okay, no ink. Now next up, I think we're gonna do the base card. So this is split 5. We got a gold. Now we're talking. This looks great. I love the gold with the silver and the gray. Oh yeah. All right, now the next 2 are for god splits. We're gonna start with the blueprint, and then we're gonna end with the highly expensive spotlight variant that I have. Y'all know I love War Machine. I've actually been playing him a lot this past week. Believe it or not, I'm doing really well with him. He's not utter trash. All right, can we make a god split happen? Would love to have it for this episode, you know. It was loading so long, I thought maybe it was gonna happen. You know, 6 split Kirby Crackle. I'll take it. Definitely can't complain. I had to look over and make sure I was recording. I really like froze for a second. I was like, oh no, I'm not recording. Yeah, you know, this is gonna be the last one. Right here, this expensive band art spotlight variant. I just had to have War Machine, one of my favorite characters. I had to have it. Could we end our splitting on a god split though? Let's make it happen. I'm gonna have to go back and count. I don't understand. It's that new custom card luck or something. I don't know. That's a ton of inks for, you know, the, you know, 4th and 5th splits and all that. This looks super solid. Y'all know I love inks. This is so grayed out. So for War Machine, even though they weren't combined, we got an ink, a gold, and a Kirby Crackle in splits, basically 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, this video went way better than I thought. So we'll come back as always and recap the episode. But for now, we've got 8 mystery variants to open. We're gonna see if we can dodge those pixels unless they finish an album. Then I want them. And then we are gonna look at all the newest variants, and then we're gonna hop right on into those viewer submissions. So we're opening up the inbox. This one's been in my inbox for like a month. I save these up for y'all. I gotta use a lot of willpower here. Now, I don't remember what this is for, but we've got it. It's not gonna be a pixel, but doesn't mean it's gonna be something good either. Let's see what we get. I've got some really good Moon Knight variants. Not sure I've ever played them. This one's solid though, just probably not gonna see a whole lot of use. All right, let's jump on over into the ranked rewards. We've got one there. I thought I had this one. Maybe not. Oh, I've got the Chibi Super Scroll. I'm not mad about this one because I've thought about picking this up before. I really like these. I like the baby and the Chibis. Sue me. Yeah, this is solid. I was gonna say, I thought I already had this, but it's the Chibi Super Scroll. Now we're gonna move on over into Conquest. We've got 2 waiting for us in the shop, and then we'll also get my Valkyrie new variant as well. Not a pixel. Well, you know, pixel on a card that I also don't play. Hawkeye's not that bad. Hawkeye's not near as bad as he once was. He's playable, you know, and bounce and stuff. Not the worst pixel, but, you know, it is a pixel that doesn't finish an album. All right, premium. Give us something good. This is a good variant. y'all will see when I show you my newest variants while I'm kind of laughing. There's an issue with Morph, and the issue is that you never see the card. But yeah, this is solid. Just he's kind of like Hulkbuster a little bit, you know. All right, now we've got 4 from season reward track. Starting us off with the premium mystery variant. See what we get here. No whammies. All right, solid Maria Hill. Was there one before that? No, okay. Mystery variant, no pixels. You know what? I actually don't mind the Green Goblin pixel. I see this one used on me a lot, you know? You give it to your opponent. That way they have to look at it. All right. Variant number 7. I like this one a lot. Not gonna lie. Solid Rhino variant. Not sure I have any Rhino variants, to be honest. And then our last one. Number 47. See if we can close it out with no whammies here. Yeah, this is good. This is a great cable variant. Can't tell you how many times I've almost grabbed this out of the shop. I am pleased with that, to say the least. All right, so now let's take a look at all the newest variants that I've picked up since the last episode. Got some good ones in here. We picked up the Dan Hip Meek. This one looks so good. Just like Dan Hip never misses, but this is one of the better Dan Hips, if that's a thing. Love the colors here. This is great. I did pick up the Kim Nightcrawler. I think the base is almost better than like the gold and the ink, because it kind of, I don't know, some of the colors look a little bit off in the golden split of this card. I like the base just as it is. Now, we did get the Celine from the Spotlight Cash. It's a card that I have not played in a long time. And then, yeah, this was kind of the funny thing about the Morph. I picked this up because I think this variant might be one of the best in the games. Unfortunately, like I said, Morph, you're not going to get to see him. But I had to pick it up. And I also picked up the matching avatar. I couldn't stop myself. That's how much I like this art. I don't know. Maybe they'll make some changes and it'll be a card that you can actually like see, but yeah, definitely digging this one. I couldn't pass on the Peach Rogue. We're definitely going to be working on Rogue here because I've got to get a good split for this variant. This is so good. Peach is another one of those artists that they don't miss real often, if ever. Now, as featured in today's episode, we did get the Luchador variant of Red Guardian. Solid. We did get the Kyera variant from the Spotlight Cash because y'all know when I open a Spotlight Cash, I'm gonna have to spend all 4. It's just how it goes. Also in today's episode was the Dan Hip War Machine. Solid. Not sure where we got this. I did not buy this, but we did get it from somewhere. This might have been from the week-long reward login. We got this Iron Man. Like I said, Spotlight. There you go, the Legion. This is probably my favorite Legion variant for sure, though. It's a good one. Now, I did open Spotlight Caches after our last episode last month. Did pick up this Null. I think Null might be the card that I have the most variants for. And I don't really feel like I've, like spent gold or bought them. That's what I tend to unlock. And this is another really great variant here. And then the last one again, this is Spotlight, I think, huh? Of the Ink Pulp Living Tribunal, because like I said, always got to spend 4 Spotlight keys. But this one is a great one as well. Now, it's time for, I think, most people's favorite part of the video. We're going to quit looking at all my splits and variants, and we're going to take a look at the viewer submissions. We've got quite a handful. So let's jump into that. Now, if you would like to be featured in the next episode, as always, I will put a link down to my Twitter in the description. I put a new entry every time we do one of these videos. So the next one will say viewer submissions for Shiny Hunting episode 22. Take a screenshot of your favorite splits and put them there. I'll be more than happy to showcase them. Now, this is the first video since we really got the custom card and custom borders, so I wasn't too strict. but I do want to ask moving forward that we really try to stay away from custom cards as much as we can. If you want to send them to me for me to see, I'll be more than happy to look at them, but I don't really want to negate the specialness of the splits, right? If you get a really cool split, you can just put it on any variant, or you know, you can put the cool borders but not actually buy them. So like I said, if we can tend to kind of stay away from that, it'd be much appreciated. But let's get into it. We've got two cool Sierras starting us off again. Now, if you remember from last episode, they really enjoy their move cards, but hey, we got Star-Lord, a non-move card. A lot of the Guardians have really cool variants, but we don't get to see that good, a lot of good splits on their cards a lot of the times. But this one, I really like this Star-Lord variant. And then we have the gold background with the green Kirby Crackle. Now, I'm sure the next one's a move card if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. We've got the Ghost Spider with the gold and the rainbow. And I think we have another Ghost Spider. Yeah, so this is my favorite variant of Ghost Spider in the game. I really love any of the Venomized and Nullified variants. So we've got the inked with the gold here. Now, moving on, our next one is from Ant-Man 24. Y'all know how to get to me. Just send me a destroy card. We've got the Carnage here with the, you know, the red border to match. Gold background, gold Kirby Crack. This is a good look here. And then you got the gold off of Carnage. It's really matching. Really love this submission here. Now, next up, I can't even try to pronounce their name. I'm just going to butcher it. And I'm sorry it's a little bit off-center, but that's where the screenshot was. We'll just have to deal with it. But I absolutely love this one. This armor variant, a lot of the inks for armor variants look so good. This is no exception. And then you got the white Crackle Flare to match. And then the red border. Definitely love this one here. But like I said, not even going to try to pronounce. I'm just going to absolutely butcher it. Now, moving on, we have another solid destroy from Diego. I did get this variant. I did end up getting it from the Spotlight Cache. And it is, it's a sick variant here. And then they've got it inked out with the white Kirby Crackle. Y'all know that's one of my favorite pairings. Really good here. Definitely happy that you submitted this one. Now, next up, we got Past the Woody, and we've got the comic book cover Thanos, the purple with the purple Crackle Flare to match. It's just a shame that Thanos just isn't seeing as much play. I know some people are making him work. I honestly haven't touched Thanos since the nerf. You know, just not really enjoying what they did to him, but that's neither here nor there. Moving on, they also have their own Carnage here, but we're looking at it in the ink. Solid as always. Now, their next two submissions just goes to show you it doesn't have to be a God split to just look amazing here. So they do have the Kim variant of Venom with the blue, I forget what this one's called, the flare, but this is great here. The blue from the Venom title, the blue border, the blue flare, and then just kind of that inked out. This is solid here, along with this Luke Cage. I skipped this one. I kind of beaten myself up over it, but I had another good variant for Luke Cage, so I skipped it. But this looks so good. I love when the borders really match the title of their name. Love this one. Thank you for submitting those. Now, moving on, we have got a newcomer here. This is going to be Prime Posted. They said that this is their favorite variant in the game, and you know, if you got to make your favorite variants in the game decked out. So they got the inked with the gold Kirby Crackle here. This is a good one. Black Widow was played a lot more back in the day. You still see some play here and there, but definitely not as much as you know, in the past. Now, Infinite, I've been playing a lot of Infinite lately. This is solid here. I absolutely love this one. The purple Crackle Flare, purple border. Solid. You know, that nobody loves to see that 620 come down. A lot of hella players out right now, so I'm sure this is terrifying for your opponents. And then, you know what, this isn't a custom card. This isn't like they inked out Shocker and then put it on a custom. They actually inked out their Pixel Shocker, so I definitely had to include this one and show it. Yeah, this is you know, it's kind of one of those things where, you know, if you get a nice split on a Pixel, you know, I don't know if it means you're crazy or what, but I definitely enjoy seeing them. And then their last one is this Black Cat here. Like I said, always love the Venomized variants. Black Cat is no exception. This looks so good with all the black and then the gold. Definitely enjoyed those submissions. Now, moving on, we got Richard. Y'all should know him by now. I think he's been in every viewer submission, always commenting on my videos. Definitely enjoy having him in the community. Always love seeing his splits. They're always so dang good. And like I said, talk about getting a good split on a pixel variant. This is not a custom card. No, they split this. So they've got the gold and the white Kirby Crackle on their Nova. Looks so good, you know, and you know, they're not scared to put it on a pixel. Just makes it that much better or that much crazier. I don't know. Next up, y'all know I spent a while trying to get a God split on this fantasy variant of Angela. Still hasn't happened. I've hit 3 inks in a row, I think, something like that. This looks solid. Definitely enjoy this one. Love this one. Little jealous here. Now, they did say when they submitted this one, they submitted the chibi version, which is where they actually got the black Kirby and inked out split, but they just had to show me this variant, and I'm glad they did. This looks so good. This is my favorite variant of Polaris in the game, and this looks so good. The black Kirby Crackle is considered to be the rarest. I wish they would buff it a little bit, maybe make it more visible, do something, but this looks so good. And I believe we've got 2 more. Yeah, so they had to show me their matching Lokis that they got. The Art Germ, beautiful, probably one of the most beautiful cards in the game. The ink with the purple. I don't know what else to say about this card. It's so good. And then if you don't enjoy the ink, you prefer gold, well, you're in luck because they have the matching pair to go with it. So yeah, definitely solid submissions by Richard as always. Now moving on, another new viewer submission from Slowness. And they've got the inked out hood here. They've got the custom white neon border alongside the red crackle flare. This is hot, super hot. And then, you know, I'm not an Atuma player. I don't know if I've ever played Atuma in my life, but they sure do. And they've got the gold and the white Kirby Crackle. You know, some of y'all just different players than me, I guess, but this is a solid split. I like this one a lot. Never seen a Atuma split, I don't think, much less a God split. And then they've got the inked and the rainbow Kirby Crackle on the Sentry. This card's definitely seeing a lot of play these days. Definitely enjoyed all of those. Thank you for submitting those. Now moving on to Tim Richards. Tim's another one of those viewers that likes to make me extremely jealous. I've been working on my own Professor X with no luck. This is my favorite variant for him, and he's got the inked out with the beautiful matching pair, that white Kirby Crackle. I haven't bought any custom borders, but I gotta say, if I had this, I'd be kind of tempted to get like the white neon border, not gonna lie. I think this is my favorite of the ones you submitted, but we're gonna take a look. I think you got 3 more. You know, like I said, you don't have to have God splits for these cards to be amazing. The Art Germ Storm is such a good variant. Looks so good here. We got the white tone flare to match. Next up, we've got the Venomized Thor. Now, I know you're making, you know, old Richard upset with this one because he's always jealous when he sees mine that he skipped out. Probably my favorite Thor variant in the game. I had to get them. I've got the matching gold for Thor and Lady Sif. Blue Crackle Flare here, looking nice as always. And I believe we've got 1 more. Yeah. First card I ever got a rare split on was the Art Germ Carnage. Got it in gold. No God splits, no inks for it, but you do, as always, right? Because you just like making me jealous. This looks so good. This is, it might be my favorite variant in the game. And yeah, the ink looks so good here, and you got the purple Crackle Flare to go with it. Yeah, pretty good. Now moving on, we have another new viewer named Vamp9190. Now let me try to see if I can fix this a little bit. Their screenshots were blown up, so try if I can center it a little bit better. But yeah, so they have the Magneto. This was like a perfect screenshot here because the rainbow Crackle Flare matched, you know, right when the, you know, the tone in the puddle. So it's like a perfect screenshot here. Love this one. Also the red matching his shirt. Yeah, good job on this screenshot here. Now moving on, we've got the inked Hela. This is such a good hella variant to be inked out. Always love seeing this one inked. Looks super good. Next up, we got the Golden Death here. I couldn't decide when I was doing all my death splits if I wanted this one to be inked or gold, and everyone's like, no, that card looks way better when it's got color in it. And yeah, they weren't lying. This looks so good. The gold and the purple. Yeah, I still need a gold death split. I still don't have it. I've got an inked, but yeah, I'd need the gold here. This looks super good. Now, hands down, it's got to be hands down the best Magic variant in the game. Got it inked out. This is another one of those like beautiful variants in the game alongside like the Lady Loki. This one's good here. And I believe we've got one more. Yeah, this one's a little bit more off-centered as well. I have a gold ultimate white queen. They've got it inked out. I definitely gotta say the ink looks amazing here. And then they went ahead and kind of, you know, give it that final flair with the white custom neon border. Yeah, if I had this inked out, I'd probably be picking up the border as well. This looks so good. I just wish white queen was a little bit more playable, because I did pick, it was the first variant I ever bought, you know, the ultimate variant. And yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually got to play it. So that will wrap up the viewer submissions. If you would like to be featured in the next episode, my Twitter is going to be linked down in the description of this video. You will see one of the latest entries, viewer submissions for episode 22. Send me those screenshots. I'll be more than happy to look at them and feature them in the next episode. I'll ask again, please, if we can avoid the custom cards as much as possible. If you can't, if you just got to show me this amazing split, heck, send it to me. I still want to see it. Heck, Vamp sent me 29 variants and splits to look at. That's right, 29. I looked at every last one of them. That's how I was able to count all 29. And let me tell you, I enjoy seeing every one of them. So yeah, get on there, especially if you've never submitted before. Get on there, show me those sexy splits, because I want to see them. I just want y'all to know how much I appreciate y'all being here. Definitely makes me happy when y'all participate. So just know it is very much appreciated. So to recap today's episode, which, heck, I mean, just look over there, look at all the ink. It's pretty insane. We went 8 for 15 with most of the splits only being 4th and 5th splits. On the White Widow, funny enough, although you can't really see it, we went ink on both the base and the art germ, and they were both an ink with a blue glimmer and one with a blue stardust. You know what the difference is? That's the glimmer and that's the stardust. Can you tell the difference? Yeah. And then it was a bust on Valentina. And then we got the ink on the Sage. Looking good here. Now we went over to Unread Guardian. Luck ran out just a little bit. Nothing on the base or the Luchador variant. Then moving on, nothing happening with Nocturne. We're going to come back to the War Machine, but then we did go 1 for 2 on the Blink. We got another inked. And then again, 1 for 2 inked on the Cannonball. This looks solid here. I think this looks great. This looks good. The Blink looks good. And now War Machine, we went 3 for 4. Basically, you know, splits 4, 5, and 6 we did good on, or 5, 6, 7, however you want to look at it. I'm really psyched about this one. The art germ in the ink looks amazing. But we also got a gold. I think this will look pretty good. I'll put that on the art germ here in a second. And then we also did do the Crackle Flare, the green, probably one of the worst looking ones, that puke green. Let's see what this looks like in gold though. You know, we got to give it the golden border. That's pretty sexy. Pretty sexy, not gonna lie. So today's episode definitely went a lot better than expected. I was really worried that today's episode would be a dud with it just being the 4th and 5th splits on a lot of these cards, but luck was definitely on our side. I can't complain. I'm pretty stoked about some of these, but I've taken up enough of y'all's time today. So as always, gang, y'all be good, y'all be safe. I will catch you on the next one. Unfortunately, this is the part of the video where I have to tell you that if you stuck around, sorry, you are now forced to click the like button. Helps promote the channel and the video. And then also, I unfortunately have to let you know that if you're not subscribed, you're kind of required to click that button now too, because you obviously liked the content. I'm just kidding, but you know, I would greatly appreciate you considering it. Would love to have you around. Don't forget, I'll have my Twitter link down in the description if you would like to submit your own splits, and I'll feature them in the next episode. See y'all around.